Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to War on the Sea, our allied Let's Play of this campaign, playing Operation Watchtower. It is September 15th, 1942 in our campaign, and so far the war's not going well. First off, we have no troops on Guadalcanal. The Japanese have landed and will take Port Moresby. We only have about 200 soldiers left there, being overwhelmed by more than 10,000 Japanese troops. The Japanese have landed on Milne Bay, which is on the eastern tip of New Guinea, and we're holding our own there and probably should win there as long as we can prevent further Japanese reinforcements from arriving, and as long as we can bring additional supplies over there relatively quickly, which I do plan to do. Meanwhile, they've also landed on Santa Cruz Islands, and they're going to win there too. Our troops there are outnumbered about 10 to 1. Fortunately, there's no airfield there, but that's bad news. We do need to hold Rennell Island. I think this is an absolute key location for us to hold a level 2 port, a level 1 airfield with over 100 engineering and 300 fuel resources committed to the island. So I do want to make sure that we defend that base. We did just bombard Guadalcanal, so we actually just recently wiped out a Japanese cruiser task force with the battleship group under the South Dakota, and 3 destroyers and 2 cruisers. But we did just wipe out the airfield here, so we destroyed 2 levels of an airfield from 2 down to 0, and we also reduced the port from 2 to 1. And so the Japanese facilities here are at least reduced in effectiveness, and I don't think they've got any other air bases in the area. So that should make it easy if we can keep the airbase sort of beat down to eventually return forces to the region. But that's a little ways out, probably, still. So we're going to go ahead and send these guys back. It's going to take them about a day to get back to New Hebrides. Because we destroyed that Japanese cruiser task force, we do have 50 command points that we can use to purchase new stuff. So first off, we need more supplies at Port Blair, or sorry, Milne Bay. So we're going to go ahead and load 2,000 supplies up on this cargo ship. We're going to go ahead and send these guys out to Milne Bay. It's going to take a while to get there, but we're going to do that. We have a cruiser task force, by the way, protecting near Milne Bay. We are also going to go ahead and, I think, send this cargo ship down to Milne Bay and then disband it. I don't think I need to send... Well, actually, no. We should throw some troops on it and send those out that way. And then I'm also going to go ahead and build a new task force here with the 50 points that we have at our disposal. Well, actually, no. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and fast forward a little bit of time. So we'll go ahead and disband this cargo ship. We've got additional cargo ships coming in we can use to send some additional troops to Milne Bay. It's not pressing to send troops right away. So we'll go ahead and release this ship, which will give us 10 more command points. And then we're going to go ahead and build a new task force. I think with 2 heavy cruisers. So we can't do the Wichita because she's already in that battleship task force, which means we've got to do slightly less capable. We can't do the Baltimores because they haven't arrived yet. So we'll go with 2 New Orleans-class cruisers, the Astoria and the Minneapolis. So that'll give us 44 points here. And then we'll go with a Fletcher destroyer, I think. She's already been sunk, so we just need a different one. And then a Porter. So basically we're going to have a 4-ship task force. Can we do circular? Would that make sense with 4 ships? Not really. I think we'll just do line ahead. With the destroyers in the lead. So the Astoria and Minneapolis, I believe, were torpedoed by Japanese submarines previously. But we'll go ahead and form this task force up here and then send them up to Rennell Island. I need to get them up there quickly just to make sure. The Japanese seem to spam invasion task forces all over. So I want to make sure they don't, like, surprise us and land troops at Rennell, because we don't have the resources to fight them at Rennell and at Milne Bay simultaneously. So we'll do that. We'll get these ships underway. Okay, let's also do this. So we've got some B-17s up here, which are trying to hunt for a Japanese submarine, which we spotted in the area. But let's also go ahead and get some new air task forces up and running. Make sure the Japanese don't surprise us here with any invasion task forces. Let's also go ahead and get our fighters out of Milne Bay running some screens as well. And we'll have our cruiser task force here send up its own Scout planes. Okay, so we'll see what we spot, if anything. Alright, so we spotted those guys. These B-17s are out of fuel, so they're returning to base. Can we do rockets? Armed Avengers? Can they reach there? I don't think so. Nope, that's 500 nautical miles. Whatever, we'll fly them out that way just in case they spot some enemy. Subs. Enemy aircraft are spotted near Task Force 8. So I don't know where those guys are flying out of. I guess that could be for a submarine. So we'll ignore that. I can't shoot them down with nothing. Kingfisher spotted what? What is over here? Let's begin. Doesn't tell me what he spotted. They don't really have weapons to deal with subs, though. Ships. Ships spotted, sir. What's this? Okay, an enemy warship task force here. Looks like 2 heavy cruisers. 2 light cruisers. And 2 destroyers here in the Solomon Sea. Do ships have ammo? Yes, Shu Event Horizon. In fact, I had a battle which was heavily influenced by the fact that we were running out of ammo as the battle was nearly concluding, and it prevented me from being able to chase down a last Japanese heavy cruiser. Okay. Well, so 2 Japanese heavies and then 2 lights and 2 destroyers. That's a pretty damn strong task force. Probably stronger than I would feel comfortable attacking with my own ships that are shielding Milne Bay. Fortunately, there's no transport, so it doesn't seem to be an invasion task force. I'm curious where we'll see them go. Oh, do my ships have ammo? Sorry, I misread the question. Yes, they do. G.I. Joe Dirk, thank you for the follow. Okay. So we'll go ahead and get our aircraft out of here. I'm curious where they're going, though. Alright, so they sent some fighters out to engage, so our guys are going to get shot to pieces. Or not. We can get out of there right away. Okay. Alright, let's pause here for a second. It's almost nighttime, so I'll get a new set of aircraft up. Actually, let's not do that. Let's make sure we spot if there's any invasion task forces coming here before it gets too late. We'll also go ahead and get some of the, we've got, I think, some aircraft on the Wichita we can send out. Actually, let's not do that. Make sure there's no one coming down the northern path. Then I think we can also get some aircraft off the South Dakota. Okay. We'll get the Milne Bay Wildcats up and running. Make sure we don't spot anything coming up on us in the middle of the night. Get the Port Moresby aircraft while we've still got them. Okay. And we've already got the B-17s ordered up, so I think that's good. Is the Flint almost back? She is. Let's go ahead and get these guys down here. Alright, so we'll go ahead and release this ship, the Flint and Atlanta class. Gives us 18 more command points. Not sure that I want to use those command points quite yet. So we'll kind of hold on to those for the moment. Where's our supplies? Right, they're on their way there. Milne Bay is getting desperately low on supplies, by the way. fuck. Well, enemy task force spotted, boys. Probably heading down to Rennell. We've got the range, I think, to engage them, so we're going to send our B-17s up that way. We're going to engage them with our Wildcats, I think, as well. And then these guys are out of ammo, so we're going to have to sprint these ships up. It's going to take 10 hours for them to get there. They'll be at least halfway there. But these enemy ships may arrive in the middle of the night. So we've got the B-17s on the way. Do we have any ammo on these guys? I don't know if we have anything left. How quickly could they get there? 7 hours? Let's do this. Let's save. Let's jump in the tactical map and see what their situation is ammo-wise. Well, the Atlanta has plenty of ammo. Wichita has AP. South Dakota has AP. Yep, I'm going to divert them. They'll get there a little bit faster, I think. Flank speed, boys. 8 hours. I think they would get there before the Japanese could land. 2 heavy cruisers, 2 destroyers, 6 merchants. That would be a little bit iffy for Task Force 10 anyway by itself. 2 heavy cruisers, 2 destroyers. But let's go ahead and have our Wildcats attack. Alright, these guys are returning to fuel because they're low on ammo, or low on fuel. Returning to base because they're low on fuel. But I think... Right, there they are. So let's go ahead and attack these Japanese transports with our Wildcats. So we're going to strafe the rear Japanese transport with our fighters, and we're just going to try and pick them off one by one. So the transports are the real objective. I'm not too worried about the warships, and again, because they're in a long line like that, they're a little bit vulnerable to strafing because the cruisers probably can't help out all that much in spots 3 and 4 in the task force. Meanwhile, this is an interesting cruiser. It's got, I don't think I've seen this class before, but it's got 4 turrets ahead of the mast and nothing behind. Maybe we have seen these before, but there's 2 of them in any event. The AI basically gets unlimited resources, but they're tones, you're saying? Alright, in any event, we're just going to strafe the hell out of these merchant ships until we run out of ammo. Then we'll have the B-17s come north and try and hammer them as well. Come on, Wildcats. You can be heroes just for a day. Give me an explosion, boys. No explosions? Okay. Alright, so we lost 2 aircraft on that pass. We'll bring the remaining 8 around. It does look like she's on fire, so she is smoking. We started a fire. It's too bad it's early in the war and we don't have Corsairs with rockets. We do have Avengers with rockets, which are pretty sweet, but we don't have any in range. So we lost another 2 Wildcats on that pass. I'm just going to keep ordering them to come around and attack. The ones that are banking in front of enemy ships are probably going to take an unnecessary beating from flak, but this guy does look like it's on fire. Happy Friday, Marty Marr. There's an explosion there, boys. Keep strafing the bastard. We lost another Wildcat, so we're down to 3. That transport's taken a hefty beating, though. Down to 2. Just 2 Wildcats left. I could probably try and game a kamikaze out of him the way that Lieutenant Rainbow did, but there's another explosion. Good to see. I think the right tactic would be to, like, let him fly out here and sort of stay out of range and then come back in for the attack. But it's not what I'm doing, so we're good. Some of you may... Thank you, Lake. Exactly. Some of you may die, but it is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Digital Warriors. Kamikazes might be more cost. The problem in the game really is there is no cost. The fundamental problem is there is no cost to doing this. We can just keep on respawning aircraft, and it doesn't cost us anything in command points or supply or anything. Oh, well, we're done. So we can try and see if this guy, if the fire does any additional damage here on here. I don't think it was enough to sink it. Nah. Alright. Alright, so we lost 10 aircraft who did moderate damage to that dude. Manelli Island can't launch for 1/10 of an hour. Well, I'd like to launch before 1700 hours if I can. Nope. Not going to get any more aircraft off. Or am I? I thought 1700 hours was when aircraft could no longer take off. Alright. So where are these guys again? We gotta find them. I don't know why that window's still up down there. Okay, these guys are sprinting west. Enemy sub detected up here. I'm not too worried about that. I don't know how to get rid of this encounter window. Go away. Maybe this guy was going to Guadalcanal. I don't know. I thought they were going toward Port Ranelli. Alright, we've got to begin that one. I do love the sunsets and the look over the water. Okay. New aircraft spotted. Let me out before they attack. 2, 1, go. Suckers. Alright. Try and find these guys. Give me some recon on them. Alright, there they are. Alright, so let's have the B-17s going on these guys first. So we'll ignore that. I can't tell if they're heading away or where they're heading. Okay. Begin. Alright, well, we spotted the enemy. I love how, like, we're already under attack by their flak. That's great. Alright, so let's do this. B-17s. You guys fly over here. Wildcat, go shoot down this guy. Alright, so this guy, the rear one, is still the one that's damaged. So are we going to try this again? Do we want to try another skip bombing attack, but this time on a cargo ship? That feels like a more manageable target to me. So we're going to try skip bombing. It didn't work out very well for us last time, but last time it was also an enemy what do you call it? I don't even remember. It was an enemy something. Cruiser, that's what it was. So I'm going to try and attack with my Wildcats, see if we can't draw the flak off from the B-17s. So we're going to try and strafe this rear enemy ship with our Wildcats and hope that maybe, well, these guys are going to be coming down too late, I think. Oh, wait, these guys aren't diving. No. 60 feet. Cease your attack. Head back this direction. And come down to 60 feet. You guys need to... You need to skip bomb those. I don't think we're going to drop every bomb with our B-17s. When you skip bomb, I think you're only going to drop like 2 of them or so. So we'll see. But I'm assuming I won't actually be losing the entire, you know, rack of bombs. One of our B-17s over there is already smoking. That enemy merchant is swerved out of formation. What is she doing? We are going skip bombing, boys. Two more Wildcats downed. Alright, I think we're at the right altitude, boys. So let's go attack. Coming in at 60 feet. Order those fighters to come in, strafe the enemy target, distract their flak. Let our bombers get in here unopposed. Enemy fighters coming in. Fuck. They're coming in low. Where'd these zeros come from? Are we gonna get in there in time? There's 2 zeros behind our group of 4. Shit, we lost our lead B-17. Enemy 0 got shot down at least. Another B-17 went down. 2 bombers coming in. Third one just went down. Well, we put a bomb into the side of that transport, but that did not work out. Alright, we'll get our fighters engaging the enemy fighters, and then I'll call in my second wave of B-17s. Hey, Tortuga. How you doing? That skip bombing did not work. So we're just going to have these guys level bomb, I think. I mean, we did... Actually, she might go down. She looks like she's in pretty rough shape. It worked in the sense that we put a bomb into the side of the enemy. But... we'll attack number 9. Are all our Wildcats down? Yeah. So enemy zeros are covering this formation. We did sink that rear enemy transport. So one of their... Why is this... Oh, no. Keep going for that guy. Let's get the other formation going in here on 8. I don't want to give them piecemeal. I mean, they're going to get piecemeal, I guess. But if there are enemy zeros around, I don't want to... This destroyer's coming back to the rear of the formation. But at least one of the enemy cargo ships is going under, a victim of skip bombing. Although also a victim of numerous Wildcat strafing runs. The whole formation appears to be circling, which I guess would be a valid anti-air strategy if it wasn't so slow and weird. Like, oh, we're just going to mill about. Okay, guys. I mean, 10,000 tons for 4 B-17s, I'll take it. Also, we don't know. Hopefully there were troops on board here. Meanwhile, we're going in at 3,000 feet for this second group of B-17s. We've got a battleship task force that is somewhat low on ammo that is coming south as well. Oh, you're talking to... Okay. All right. Japanese transports have the AA armament of an Atlanta. The game might want you to believe that. What is this guy... Wait, they're targeting 9, right? No, target 9. What are these guys doing? Like, the destroyers are just... It looks like they're sheepdogs. They're coming in to, like, herd the damn cargo ships. Let us break your line, as if it is a Nelsonian battle. Alright. How many 16-inch HE shells to take out a transport? Well, Minnow, I don't have any HE rounds left on my ships, because we just bombarded Guadalcanal. All we have is AP. So we'll probably get a lot of through-and-throughs. Which, I'm fine going up against the enemy cruisers, but I'd like to get rid of the as many of the transports as I can to minimize the risk of a landing. Right, these attacking 8, attacking 9. So we can sink 3 of the enemy cargo ships. That'll be half their task force, and either they'll have very little supply, or they'll have next to no troops. Either way, I'm okay with either option. B-17s versus the fleet. Flak's coming up. One of the bombs going down. There they are. So we'll see how these bombs drop. All 4 got their loads off. Only 1 hit by the looks of it. One 2,000-pounder might be enough. We'll see. 1 direct hit and the others missed. We also lost a B-17 by the looks of it. No, one of the 3. Another B-17 going down. So the question is, do we want to trust that a 2,000 pounder should sink this guy, or do we want to divert our last bombing task force to focus on the damaged merchant, or do we want to try and hit the new target? I'm focusing on the new target. I'm hopeful that she's going to be crippled. At the very least, she'll lose some of her cargo, is the way the game works. Calm. Thanks, I guess. Let's actually do this. One of our aircraft will target 9 on its own. No mid-air collisions, by the way. We'll just send one. I'm hoping that we get one hit. I'm wondering if B-17s are better off sending them at one at a time, because of the way the patterns hit. I feel like you might actually be better off hitting one at a time. Because this guy looks like he's lined up perfectly. Another hit. So that's two 2,000 pounders into this guy. He's going to be a goner for sure. What about the other guy? No hits. No hits. One at a time is the way to go, I feel like. Well, a good thing we focused on the one who was already damaged then. Although this guy's on fire, so maybe some of the near misses did some damage. Oh, there was a dud? Huh. So actually we did hit it. And one of them was hit by dud. So we sank another one of the cargo ships. We'll see if this guy goes down. I don't think he will. I don't think it did much damage. It just seems like you're pretty damn accurate with one, but the problem is when you've got 4 spaced out in a bit of a formation there, any of the planes on the side of the formation don't hit. Whoops. Yeah, she's not going to sink. All right, so we got 2 of their merchants. 2 of their 6 merchants are sunk. So either, well, I guess I think they usually bring about 6,000 troops in an invasion. Spaced out. Give them some Adderall. All right, let's confirm. So 2 sunk, 1 with minor damage. 10 command points gained. Meanwhile, our battleships are still sailing south at max speed. These guys have to RTB. It's too dark to launch air operations, so it's on the warships now. Can these guys get back here? No, they don't have any. They don't have any range. Come on, ships, get down there in time to prevent the landing. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here. This seems like as good a stopping point as any, and we're about to engage in a major surface action against a Japanese invasion task force, presumably making a play for Naval Island. They've come real close to landing, but we got in there just in time to prevent them from putting troops ashore. With that being said, we will pick this up next time. This episode had a lot of air attacks, wildcat attacks, B-17 attacks, trying to whittle down an enemy invasion task force. In our next episode, we'll try and finish that task force off with some good old-fashioned surface warship gunnery. Until next time, however, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, as always, I'm out.